Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and today, my remote control is here. It didn't need to be there. Today, we have another one-take bag review. I am diving into a little bit of unusual territory for me. Today, we're talking about Baboon to the Moon, which is maybe the coolest, camel chops, maybe the coolest bag company name out there, Baboon to the Moon. You've probably seen them on Instagram since you Google bags and watch bag YouTube channels. I mean, let's just take a second and appreciate how dang cool that is. This is the Moon Bag from Baboon to the Moon. I've had a couple of Baboon to the Moon bags. Should we say B2M? Like, is that better? Nah, let's just keep saying it. Anyway, I've had a couple of Baboon to the Moon bags, and they've been, honestly, not good. Not very good. I had the Crescent bag. I had one other bag. Just floppy, undesirable, felt cheap, looked great in internet photos, like an Instagram brand that just pops on Instagram and makes you want to buy their bags. And then they're just okay. Not great. And the Crescent bag was particularly bad for what it is. So you can imagine that I was a little reluctant to chunk down even more money on this Baboon to the Moon bag. But again, Instagram working its magic. It just looked too cool. And then when I got it, man, well, that's what we're going to talk about today. You know what we do on this channel. We do one-take bag reviews. What does that mean? You're going to get a straight shot review of this bag, exterior, interior walkthrough, and then two things that I love about the bag, two things that could be better, and some overall discussion about the brand and or bag. Let's dive into it. This is the Moon Bag, and it is really unique looking. Like, really unique looking. Let's just start with the colorway is cool. Like, if you are into bright and colorful bags like this guy, this bag is funky cool. And I love that they went with these kind of primary colors, but even the green is just a little bit different. The yellow is a little bit different. So we got like a gold, a blue grid pattern here, some really off-kilt stitching. None of this is necessary. Like, this is, I mean, you could run, certainly, and there's a Titan strap here. You could run a jacket or anything you want through here. These hooks are usable for hooks. You've got them all the way around the entire exterior of the bag. It really is a cool bag. Like this, yeah. And then this green continues up into this beautiful premium nylon strap with gold hardware that matches the gold. And this, look, this green matches. You've got pops of red. The zipper pulls are in red, and they're branded Baboon to the Moon. And you've got some attachment points right here in red. So overall, great bag and a really useful size as well. So let's talk about this thing. First thing you need to know before we get into the pocketing, and you can see the same funky stitching is happening all over the back of the bag. Same color matched situation. Here's what you need to know. Just as I ordered this bag and got it in, Baboon to the Moon posted a picture on their Instagram that said, "Rest in peace to the Moon Bag." They're getting rid of it. They've gotten rid of it. It's not on their site. We will discuss. All right, I guess we start in the back. The bag itself feels like a really well-made puffer vest or puffer jacket. Like if you were to go into a store and pick up a winter jacket, this is the kind of material that you would hope that it would be made out of. It feels really good. It's well stitched. The padding is poofy and nice. This back pocket, because this rides against you, this whole thing carries like a satchel at your side. Inside, I've got my wallet. I'm treating this like a quick access pocket. I've got my phone. I've got my funky little Charge 10,000 mAh battery with built-in cord. I like this thing. It's cool. And then you get to the main compartment. There is no front pocket on this, but you do have these straps should you want to tie anything down. If that's how you want to roll, or you can just treat this as visual awesomeness. But inside, there's a lot going on. Number one, I've got my 11-inch iPad Pro in Magic Keyboard in here, so it fits just fine. There is padding all around this bag, so there's not a dedicated tech sleeve, but the bag feels kind of like a big tablet sleeve with bag dimensions. So it's poofy all the way around. It's not the most padded thing, but it does offer protection. I've also dropped in here my gimbal. There's a big tag in here that says B2TM. So not B2M, B2TM Labs. Interesting. Yeah. So labs may indicate why we've said goodbye to the Moon bag. Maybe it was just a test product. All right. Inside the bag, in addition to the spacious main compartment, you have 2 mesh slip pockets on the interior. I've got my blue blockers in here. You got to get those there. Sweeping the land. And then I've got my little flashlight and pocket knife in here. In this pocket, you have a key carabiner used in this instance for keys. And my AirPods. You also have a back pocket. In this back pocket, I've got a notebook and my Leatherman. So, wow. All right. So this poofy, cheeky bag has a lot of room in it. A lot of room. Let's talk about this thing. 2 things that I really like about the bag. Well, shockingly for me, because I was fully prepared to think that this bag was just a kind of a hot mess, because that's been my experience with the brand. But shockingly, the thing I like most about this bag is the materials and construction. That's the thing I liked least about my last Baboon to the Moon bag, which felt like kind of a cheap windbreaker had been made into a bag. This feels great. I like the experience of holding the bag tactilely. I think carrying the bag is a joy. It feels very comfortable when you wear it. The size is pretty fantastic. So colors, materials, construction, size, this is a really good little city day bag. Like, this would be a great take it on a trip bag. A great little take it on a trip bag. Yeah, I really enjoy this. The branding is not too offensive, right? Yeah, the whole thing works. It's a really cool little bag. I like it a lot. The other thing that I really like about this bag is this back pocket. This works really, really well. Normally on a satchel style bag like this, I'm used to having a couple of front pockets right here, like on the Chio X, where you can use for quick access. But this being such a large and padded pocket back here, it does the job. It gets it done. Yeah. So no complaints about quick access for wallet, phone, keys, AirPods. It works. Now, 2 things that I wish were different or could be better about the bag. All right, interior pocketing. Now, we do have a little bit of their, I'm going to call it trademark because it's been my experience with the brand, trademark cheap feeling materials inside the bag. These 2 pockets are really floppy. And that means, and the pockets actually go all the way down to the middle of the bag, and they meet in the middle, which means that as you put heavy things into the middle of the bag, it all kind of pulls on itself a little bit. You can see that the linings of both pockets meet in the middle here rather than giving you a flat section at the bottom of the bag. And you can see down here, same thing. The liner meets right here. A flat section on the bottom of the bag would have allowed the bag to sit on its own a little bit better, but also would have meant that when you put things into the pocketing on the bag, it wouldn't grab at the other side and kind of all collapse in on itself. Okay, so That's one little thing that I would have done a bit differently on the bag. The other thing that I would have done differently on the bag is instead of sewing the strap in here, I would have gone with a removable strap. Yeah, I think that would have been a nice little touch. And why is that an important thing? Well, if this bit of sewing ever fails on this bag, the bag itself is toast. If the strap fails on a bag where the strap is removable, and I think that's an important thing to say here, because these are not, no offense, Baboon to the moon, no offense, baboons, it's not the most durable, sturdy bag that you'll ever buy. This is not a buy it for life product. It's probably a click above fast fashion, but it's not a, don't expect it to be with you forever, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, two things that could be better about this bag in review. The strap, although comfortable, I wish it wasn't sewn into the bag. The other issue you have with a strap that's sewn into the bag rather than a swivel hook. Let me show you a swivel hook, actually. So here's a simple one. This is just a D-ring, strap is clipped, and as you carry, the strap can swivel with you, meaning that it's actually impossible to put the strap on wrong per se and get it twisted up, because the bag itself will just twist to the way that you're carrying the strap. A bag like this, you have to take 2 seconds every time you pick up the bag to make sure you've grabbed it right, so that you're not going to end up with, you know, this situation while you're carrying it. Okay, little detail. Could have been a hair better. All right, so good bag, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it used. Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay in the United States would be the places that I would check out. And you can type in moon bag or baboon to the moon satchel or crossbody, and you can probably pick one up. But I don't know what they're doing with canceling this bag. Maybe the margins aren't as good on this bag because they use better and higher quality and heavier materials. I don't know, y'all. So you could probably send them a note on Instagram. Let them know you saw the bag, you're interested in the bag, you'd like to have the bag, and they should bring it back. I didn't intend to bring you another bag that you can't buy. I really didn't. I bought this off Instagram. I thought it was in stock. By the time I tested it and got the review made, like 2 months later, they've sent out this cheeky little rest in peace message. So I don't know, y'all. But anyway, if you can get one, it's a fun bag. I really actually enjoyed testing this and carrying it. I think it's a fun bag. I thought it was, it's certainly a head turner. If you don't mind color, this is a funky bag. A vacation bag, it does feel very European to me. It feels very cool. And yeah, so you like color? Try and get yourself one of these. It's pretty good. Will I be keeping it? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I really think it stands out. It feels, like I said, very funky and very fresh. And it is fun to use and carry. This puffer, yeah, I like it. I don't know. But it also is undeniably not the best crossbody I own. It's not going to replace my GOX in any scenario. It's not going to jump in front of my Quick Draw. It's not going to jump in front of my side pack from 1733. So, yeah. All right, you get it. Everybody, thanks as always for the love and the support. Really appreciate all that you do, watching the channel, sharing it with your friends. And, we'll see you next time. Bye for now, everybody.